Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Kim Dent, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for 21 years, and I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri. If you're watching me on YouTube, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. Hello everyone, hi Murph. If you're tuning in, please comment just by saying hi. Just let me know that you're here. Hello Cheryl. Hi Sandy. How is everyone? Hello Jan. Hi Kathy. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I am going to sync, hi Lynn, I'm going to sync my laptop and then we're going to get started because I have two very fancy fold cards to share with you tonight. Thanks everyone. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Did anyone stay inside and stamp? Hello Gail. I did. I'd much rather be inside in my stamp room stamping the afternoon away instead of being outside. Oh my goodness. The heat and I just don't get along. So I'm very happy, even though Rick laughs. He came down yesterday in the basement in the stamp room and I have this big woolly sweater on. If you know me, you know that something is wrong with my thermostat. Most of the time I am usually cold, or if I get hot, I get really hot, and then that's not good either. But I'd much rather be down here chilly than outside in the heat. All right, hold on, girls. We're almost there. There we go. All right. Hi, Jill. Hi, Brenda. Seeing the names going by very quickly. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Mom. All right. I'm going to flip my camera down because I've got two cards, and for me to do two fancy fold cards in one evening, it's kind of nervous, but it'll work out. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to flip my camera around. Get everything all lined up. Hi, Mary. So did the Cardinals win today, everyone? I hope so. Beat those Yankees. It was good to see Matt Carpenter. Wasn't that fun seeing him back? All right, let's see. I'm almost there. Looks like I need to pull this up just a little bit. Yes, I thought, Jan, when you posted woohoo, I thought, I bet the Cardinals just won. Okay, I have a new host code. Yeah, oh, we swept the Yankees. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Gail. I knew, yeah, that I watched, or I saw parts. I shouldn't say watched. Gail, Rick, you know, is the die-hard Cardinal fan, and so I usually am on Pinterest or checking out YouTube while the game is on. But yeah, that was our third game, so we swept them. That's so exciting. Yay, Cardinals. All right, here, so I have a new host code. It is 9HK7G37E. And what the host code is for, I had someone ask me the other day, they didn't even know why I did this. So the host code, if you're placing your order online, this number you log into my website, kimdent.stampinup.net, and then this host code connects orders together. So that just helps me. I always get credit if you go to my website. So my friend who was asking, she was worried that if she didn't put this in, I was not getting credit or commission for it. I definitely am. If you're under, make sure you're under kimdent.stampinup.net, and then I'm getting credit. If you forget to do this, no problem. If your order is $150 or more, you don't want to use this number because I want you to get the Stampin' Rewards. So, and now is a very exciting time to get Stampin' Rewards because celebration is still going on till August 31st. So we want to remember that for every $50 or $100 that you spend, there are lovely items in this amazing little catalog that will soon be going away. I can't believe we're a week into August already. And so far I can tell you these items, the Pool Party Soft Seafoam cards and envelopes, they left after 12 days. And then the next item that I know is now gone is the Tree Lot dies. As far as I know, I told you last Sunday, the Rings of Love, which I told you this is my favorite item out of Celebration. We thought we had sold out of it, but we were just waiting for another shipment to come in. So as far as I know today, this is back in stock. And then on August 2nd, they announced, and I don't know how well you can see this because I realized my printer is just about out of black ink, but I'm gonna go through it. There are 10 new items. And so if you have everything that you want out of this delightful little catalog, there are 10 new items. So you can still get Celebration rewards. For a $50 purchase, you can get the Timber 3D embossing folder. For a $100 purchase, you can get the Flowers of Home dies. For $50, the Silver Foil Specialty Pack. This is delightful for Christmas cards, girls. You like silver. And then I use this all the time, the Gingham embossing folder for $50. I don't have this, so my next order I'll be getting the Dots and Spots die because my friend Lynn Zerby used it on this lovely little card, our Fun in the Sun swap card, and I just thought I didn't have to have it until my friend Lynn used it on this sweet little swimsuit card. And now, so my next order, I'm going to get the Dots and Spots die. That's with a $100 purchase. Daffodil dies, free with $100. The Aspen Tree dies. I don't have this yet, and I'll have to be getting it. It's got a little bird, so all my bird loving friends, you need this stamp set. And then the tree dies, if you spend $100, absolutely free. And then, excuse me, for a $50 purchase, the craft gift boxes. If you're into gifting items, this is a sweet little way to do it, especially, around the holidays. The craft gift boxes are free with a $50 purchase. Seashells 3D embossing folder. My friend Shirley English and I have this. That's free with a $50 purchase. And then the last one, the Brush Metallic 12 by 12 cardstock. It's also very beautiful. So that's free with a $50 purchase. Hello, Sally. Hello, Valerie. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So 10 more items. If you're placing an order, this, in the next couple of weeks till August 31st, you want to make sure, like, it always makes me sad when I see my friends, they place like a $47 order, and I'm like, if there's something out of here or here that you could have gotten for $3 more. So don't forget, $50 or $100, there's no limit. So there's my little Celebration plug. And now on to the card. Okay, girls. Here's the first fancy fold of the night. I got this idea off of YouTube this afternoon from, and I know you all know her, you've heard of her, Simply Simple Stamping. Connie Stewart comes up with the coolest ideas. She's an amazing demonstrator. And watch this. She calls this a windshield wiper card. I don't know why, but this is what she calls it. But look how cute. Isn't that adorable? How do you like it with that sweet butterfly stamp set? It is easy to do because if it wasn't easy, I could not do it. So hold on, I'm going to pull out my kit. I'm going to pull out, set this to the side. Now pay attention to this, girls. The measurements, this is fresh freesia, and it matches my nails so nicely, doesn't it? 5 1/4 by 11. So it's a little, this piece is a little, usually we have 5 1/2 by 11 or 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. This is 5 1/4 by 11. The next piece, this actually is the base of the card. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's Parakeet Party. the inside of your card. You always got to have an inside, the either white or vanilla. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And then 3 pieces of Parakeet Party. This is 1 3/4 by 4. So you need 3, or sorry, yes, 3 of those. And then we're going to use to stamp on 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And this is the layer behind it, fresh freesia, 3 by 3, like that. And I'm going to scoot on over here. And then 3 pieces of DSP. And this is from the Butterfly Kisses, page 131. It's a 6 by 6 pack. I have a lot of it because I love it. I love all the little prints. We're going to use this side. This is 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. So I want to tell you, or maybe I'll show you what Connie did, and she said it was important to do was to, when she cut these pieces, if it's important, sometimes it's not, and I don't know if it's as noticeable as it is like on the butterfly one, but she wanted the pattern, the pattern to match up. So what I did when I cut it at 3 3/4 first, then I numbered it. There you can see my number 3, number 2. I thought of this today because I never remember what order they go in, and when you're putting, you know, a kit together. So 3 pieces, that's how I know to keep them in order. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if that makes sense to you. If not, I'll show you. So there's the kit. The stamp set that I used is Best Butterflies. Sweet little stamp set. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up and the hearts. Okay, there's Best Butterflies. And I also used a grandkid. I've gotten so much use out of this, even though I don't have a grandkid. But I love the words. We're going to use You Are So Loved out of this stamp set. And then here I'm going to take a poll, so I need y'all to answer. How important is it when I'm doing my Facebook Lives that I show you how to score with my scoreboard? Is it important, or is it just as easy for me to have the items scored? Do you like watching me score the items? Because if you do, I'll do it tonight. Okay, it looks like I'm getting some thumbs up and some hearts, so I'm going to do it. So I'm going to pull, let's see, I'm going to pull out my kit. Get this so I don't lose any pieces, because I've known, oh, it's not Lynn. Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Okay, I'm going to try to do it quick. There's only this big fresh freesia piece that needs to be scored. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to bring in my fresh freesia 5 1/4 by 11. Okay, and then here are my directions. We're going to score it at 1 3/4, 3 1/2, and then we're going to flip it. So it's real easy, simple. Okay, down here 1 3/4. By 3 1/2, or sorry, 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. And then I'm going to rotate it or flip it. That's what I meant by doing that. Okay, so 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. And that's it, girls, for this card. That's it. All right, next time maybe I'll do a little of both. I'll on my next card there's also some scoring, so we'll see if you need me to do it. Okay, so on this one, all you're going to do is fold in, burnish, and fold back, burnish, and then fold in, burnish, and fold back out. You know, Peg, I want to tell you, it is usually easier for me to use my trimmer, but I noticed, and you'll notice, maybe you will, maybe you won't, when I made this card, I used my trimmer and I scored, and then I don't know, I just thought it might line up a little bit better. I saw another demonstrator this afternoon, or Rachel Tessman, and she felt that you're more accurate with your big scoreboard or a scoring tool. So, and so here, this kind of looks like I did it wrong, but that's exactly the way it's supposed to look. There is supposed to be a gap right here. So don't worry about that. There's the mechanism right there. Put my bone folder back up. Okay, the next thing that she did, she brought in, these are my 3 pieces of 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to bring in, sorry for the reach, my, I'll bring it down to, you have heard that? Yeah, that's, but I usually, if I'm sitting here stamping and making a bunch of cards, well, I don't know, I guess it just depends. My trimmer is always near me. The score pal usually, or score tool, is at my feet. So, so we'll just see how this turns out. So all you have to do on this is you're going to put some adhesive at the top of this one, and this goes all the way, oh, look, what is that? A little bit of fuzz. This goes all the way against the edge. So like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm going to put like 2 strips and line it up right against the edge. Give a little press, and then I'm going to take the 3rd piece. Guess where it's going to go? Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. And this one's going to go in the middle. And oh, I'm sorry, this is on the right side. I will call it the right side. Right and the left side. And it's going to go right there. And done. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my 3 pieces of Butterfly Kisses DSP. It's a little, I decided just for fun to do a different pattern. I have a ton of this, so I thought, oh, let's see what it looks like. Now remember, when I cut this is 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. Connie said it was important to have them in order, so that's where I numbered my pieces. Now, if you can remember this, she said, oh, put number 2 on first, the middle one. And the middle piece, the reason she did this was she said to center this piece of DSP in the middle of, well, the parakeet party, or this middle layer. See where I'm talking about? So this is going to be centered like it normally is. And then, that's number 3. I did the top one, but the top, it's done a little bit. So I kind of had to remind myself, remember to tell the girls this. This piece gets all set all the way against the bottom edge of its layer. Does it make sense? And you'll see why in just a second. So you're going to center it. You want it even, but you're going to pull it all the way down against the edge. And then this piece, number 3, I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. This one is going to go on the top piece of the top of the parakeet party. And the reason she did that, it kind of gives a nice even border, or yeah, border all the way around. Okay, you got it? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little extra adhesive on the back of the Fresh Freesia, and this gets glued to the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of Parakeet Party. This gives it, she said, just a little bit of extra something. Extra weight, I guess you want to call it. Oh, it's cute. I love these little floral patterns. All right. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is, that's the hard part, girls. Now we get to the fun part of stamping. So I'm going to set this aside, bring in my little bit of grid paper with my Pierce mat. And I'm going to show you the colors that I used. So I'm using, where's the sticker? Fresh Freesia, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. Did I get this? Oh my goodness. I lost my sticker on here. I'm going to have to put the French version. What in the world? I don't know what happened to it. Oh well, here we go. We're going to start out with, this is my piece of, oh my goodness, it is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I'm going to bring in, these are 2 beautiful butterfly wings. And the top one I'm going to do Fresh Freesia, the polka dotty one. The hardest part for me, girls, well, they're both polka dotty, but the hardest part for me, if you look on this, I couldn't visually determine like what went with what, and I don't have an imagination, and it's that whole puzzle thing, trying to see what goes best, what top and bottom. So anyway, don't you love that? Hold on. Where I'm going to take the big polka dots and I'm going to dip it in Fresh Freesia. And I always use, when it's photopolymer, I always use a Pierce mat underneath. Here's my top one. Oh, so cute. And then I'm going to do the bottom one in Parakeet Party. Oh, I got a little extra. I hope I don't mess this up. It's really juicy. Very good. And then I had a hard time deciding what color of the, and I don't know the name of this, what's the body of a butterfly called? This one. So I couldn't get, I was going to use Calypso Coral because that's kind of the colors that are in here. That's where I pulled the colors from. And I just didn't like the way Calypso Coral did not cover up like the polka dots, like you could see through it. So that's where I went with this bold Starry Sky for the center, the body of the butterfly. And then there's a little bitty hay on in the butterfly, Best Butterflies. I thought this was cute up here. Cute. And then on my inside, I'm going to set this aside because we got a little bit more stamping to do. On the inside, this is 3 3/4 by 5. That's my go-to. I either do 3 3/4 by 5 or 4 by 5 and 1/4. This one says hey, and then, or hey on the front, and then you are so loved. So it doesn't have to be for a grandchild, but I do always think of young girls like Chloe, Jan Foss's adorable granddaughter, who is in my Sunday school class. I think she would like this. So on the inside, I did the Starry Sky butterfly body. Oh, thanks, Sandy. I know, this was one of those stamp sets I didn't think I needed either. Brenda and I had this conversation, and then same for me. I started seeing demonstrators use it, and I'm like, it's adorable. It's so cheerful. Okay, Fresh Freesia, we're going to use a different kind of butterfly wing on this one. This one I had figured out. You just have to flip it around. Oh, oh well. Oh well. Kind of got a little, I don't know, kind of a little funny right there. This goes on the inside piece. for the inside piece. Bring this back in. Hey, you are so loved. This was kind of wonky. Can you see me? Trying to, maybe I should have, next time I'll have to put that in first before I put the little wiper pieces in. There we go. And then my big butterfly gets glued down to the fresh freesia, like that. And then the last, or not the last part, but the last part of assembling, she just took her snail adhesive and put it right in the middle of this piece that's on the right side. Like that. And then the last thing I'm going to bring in are the fun flower resin shapes. They're so cute and they match this so well. So let's see, I'm going to use 3. Let's bring in a parakeet party. Big one. Oh. Right there. And then I'm going to use a little one down here. Oop. So nice that these have adhesive on the back. But if you ever, oh, look at that. I don't know, there's a little bonus something right there. If you ever, like with the pearls and that, sometimes the adhesive, doesn't pop off with it. Just add a little bit of Tombow glue, just like you would if they didn't have adhesive. There we go, girls. So fancy and so easy. All right, let me clear this up. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Shirley. The next one is a very pretty one. Let's see. Got out my old Stampin' Scrub. What's this? I haven't used this, and usually you'll see me use my chamois, but I decided my my chamois was kind of like all, it needed just to be rinsed and wetted down. And I just happen to have this sitting right next to me. So, when you're intense and you're wanting to get stuff done, I was like grabbing. So I did. So that's why you see me use the Stampin' Scrub, which we still carried back in the day. This was like so nice. This is all we had for a while until the chamois came along. So it's still, you can still find it in our catalog. Oop, one more. I missed it. One of your adhesive didn't stick on your, on what, Jill? Like on your pearls or on your, tell me what didn't stick. Right, set to this to the side. Now prepare to be amazed. I have to laugh, girls, because I, for so long, and really it was before I got my magical ruler, I would never attempt to do what we call fancy fold cards. But this has made my job so much easier, and I love doing them. I've always loved fancy fold cards, but I was always afraid because sometimes the wonky measurements, Okay, this one, this is called a WV card, WV fold, fancy fold. And it's nice, it stands up, and it gets its name here. I hope you can see it. There's the W, and then this one is the V. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love, me, I love the floral cards. And so this one, the pretty paper, and the stamp set, love, love, love. So I am going to show you tonight how to make a WV card. All right, your card base on this one is 5.5 by 11. So with both of these cards, the only disadvantage is you only get one card out of each piece of cardstock. But that's okay. That's okay. And then your next piece is 3 inches by 6. That's also polished pink, but you can make it whatever. The cool part about it is I hope you take like these ideas just like I did with Connie Stewart. And this idea, the WV card, I made it my own by using my own, you know, I changed the stamp sets in the DSP, and the same with the wiper card. But this card, I watched the YouTube of Rachel Tessman. So you need 2 pieces of Mary Merlot. And those are 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then the 2 3 basic white, we're going to stamp on these 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then you need the DSP. She said use either 3 or 4 pieces. They're 1.5 by 5 1/4. And the name of the DSP is Awash in Beauty. And it's on page 131, and it coordinates with True Beauty. I used this one, I guess, about 2 weeks ago. Today we're making just the rose out of it. So True Beauty, it also has a beautiful set of dies. Oh, we're also using Happiness Abounds because I pulled the words. I love You're a True Friend and Just Because, Here for You Always and With Love. But I wanted something like a little bit more versatile that I could have ready to send, you know, just about anybody, any of my friends, so, or any of my relatives. So happy birthday, and you are wonderful in every way comes from Happiness Abounds. Thank you. Thanks, Sally. Thank you. All right, Jill, I'm still watching to see what didn't stick of yours. All right, on this card, I'm just going to share the measurements. Hi, Allison. Oh, I knew you would like this. This is called Polished Pink. And I am a pink girl, just like Allison, but I don't wear it very often, but I do love it. It's my favorite. I've always said I'm a pink girl. Okay. I'm gonna, instead of showing you how to score, with this one, I already have it scored. So with the polished pink, you're going to score it at 4 inches, 5 3/4, 7 inches, and 9 1/4. So there you can see where I did that. Let me make this a little bit more organized. And then with the 3 by 6 piece, that's scored at 3 inches. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to show you how I did it. Get out my handy dandy bone folder. Now this one, it's a bulk. Both of these cards, I will say, are what we would consider like a bulky card. This one, Rachel even said you might need extra postage on, which I'm not sure about that, but it is definitely a bulky card. Okay, so I'm going to give it a nice, burnish it really, really well so it's not so poofy. And then for my V, this is the V, this is what makes the V. Just fold that in half and the same thing, give it a nice burnish. All right, so I'm going to set this to the side, and I did the same thing, the same tip that Rachel shared as well as Connie about keeping my DSP in order so the pattern continues. So I wrote on the back side, you can see there's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hope that makes sense. Now, some of the girls, when they make this card, they don't put, this is, there you can see the panels, 1, 2, 3, 4. They'd leave this one, like that would have been just polished pink. I decided I was going to put, since I had it, I was going to put the DSP strip on there. So you'll see I paid attention to how I cut them. The pattern, so the pattern continues. Does that make sense? Thank you, Sally. This will only have a little bitty, those beautiful iridescent pearls on it. So a little bit of bling. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, I do too. I love the colors. Polished pink and balmy blue are in here. Mary Merlot. What else? There's a green. I'm not sure which green that is. It looks like it could be... Oh, and there's a little bit of yellow in there, like so saffron. So I've made sure these are all... Oops. These are all even across the top and across the bottom. And then they're centered within like that panel. Okay, ready to do a little bit of stamping? I'm going to bring in, here's the rose and the leaves. Oh, and I used Mary Merlot for the rose, and I used Mossy Meadow for the leaves. Beautiful colors. Okay, here we go. It would be a very pretty wallpaper. You're right. All right, I'm going to put this right down here. Oh, I hope I got it. And then I'm going to pull in Mossy Meadow. Oh, I missed it. See, that's a good idea. Do you see what I did? I inked it up and then I flip it over and I look at it. And I didn't have part of the leaves. So I try not to be in a hurry and check to make sure the whole image is inked up. I'm going to clean this off. Should have seen, you know, there's nothing worse when you get something the way you want it and then you stick your finger and it gets caught and then you get it on your project. That's what these little wonderful little tools are. The sand erasers from Amazon. It's a Tombow product. It's a couple of dollars for a pack of them. And then if I get a speckle or something, these get a lot. That's why they're always right here. Because you can erase little speckles if you catch it, you know, quickly enough. Okay, I am going to go ahead and clean off that rose too. Isn't it pretty? Well, Allison, we might just have to make your Ashley a birthday card. All right, I'm going to bring in You Are Wonderful in Every Way. And this kind of gets put off to the left side. Oh, and do you see? I'm breaking my roll. It worked. I didn't put my Pierce mat underneath. Whoa. All right. The next thing I'm going to do, oh, I know, I got to bring in my other square because this is going to be on the inside. Set this off to the side. I'm going to bring in Happy Birthday. Now this barely fit, but I was okay with like the little tail ends of the H and the Y not quite fitting on there. They almost do. Almost looks like it's a very dark burgundy. It almost looks black on the camera, but it's very, very, very pretty. All right, now I'm going to show you some snazzy stuff. I don't do this very often. Maybe a while back I did it, but this is something you can do if you want to add a little something something to your the background. And what you do is, this is the polished pink marker, Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to take the brush tip end Oh, yay. Yay, Melissa. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, do you see here I've got my cap, and I'm going to gently flick it, and it's going to start to splatter. This is, if any of you follow Dina Rico, this is the Creativity Caves $1,000,000 demonstrator. She does this all the time. Oop, I went a little heavy right there. That's okay. It just adds like a little something something instead of having it plain white. So there's a new little trick for you. All right, this gets glued down to Mary Merlot. And I don't know if you can see, but it flew. The speckling flew. So you want to make sure you've got something underneath your when you do that, because that little speckle just flies a mile. All right, this, I wanted a skinny little border. Oh, and I think I cut it wrong. Oh my goodness. I think I reversed the measurements, girls. Let's see, hold on just a sec. Do you see what I did? I flipped the measurements on there. Let's see if I can grab a piece. Oh. That's not going to be big enough. Hold on one second. Let's see. I'm attached to with my microphone. I can reach it. Yay. This I cut too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. I must have, or maybe I stamped on. This was from the other card. Boo. Well, I'm just going to make this one a hair bigger. So this is 2 7/8. I'm going to make this, I thought that's what it was, a 3 by 3. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Grabbing my gutter. It's always good for you all to see this, to know, I think you do know, with me, you know. I am not perfect, and my Facebook Lives are not perfect, but thankfully you all love me anyway, so thank you. Let's see how this looks now. There we go. Okay, this piece, oh, now is that not, ugh. Oh my goodness, girl. Well, we're just going to make it work. So on my sample, you can see this was, let's see, was this supposed to be 2 3/4, and then 2 7/8, and then that's this is a 3 by 3 polished pink. This now will cover up the whole pink square. That's okay. All right. Now the last thing I've got to do is I'm going to glue my happy birthday. Let's see if this one works. This was probably the right size. Yeah. That's right. We all there are no mistakes. We have to make creative adjustments. We should make a stamp out of that, Valerie. Wouldn't that be good? That would be so good. All right, this is how you assemble it. What Rachel did was she said she took this piece, the inside piece, the inside square, and she put the adhesive on the back, and then she centered it on this back panel. Now, I've seen this card done all different ways. Sometimes people will take DSP and put behind it, but for tonight, this is how we're doing it. So she took this piece and centered it, and then she folded this up, and she said, I want to make sure that this piece covers it up. So it does. And then what she did was let's see, she put the adhesive, I think, on here. Let's see if I'm doing this right. And then folded this in. See where I'm going? And then give it a press. Now fold this one down. Sally, is this how you made yours? And then she put the adhesive right here. And oh, I'm missing one piece. I missed one piece. I think I added that at the last minute. Let's see. Well, girls, oh wait, where did I put it? I got it right here. Here's another creative adjustment. We'll pull this in. So this piece would be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. We'll just cut that right now. Well, thank you, girls. Thanks, Sally. Let's see, is that 2, or maybe I did 2 7/8. Forgot at the last minute. I thought that would look cute there. So this is the flip side. See how pretty that is? That's just the flip side of it. So we're going to glue this down the opposite way, cover up those pretty roses. And then this gets centered. And then the last little final touch is, which I love these, I'm going to bring in, Cheryl's watching, I know she loves these. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jan. The iridescent pearls basic jewels. These are new and they're gorgeous. They have just I think you've probably heard me talk about them. They have a little bit more shimmer to them than our regular pearls. I love them. All right, 3. I could go crazy and put 5, but I'm going to do 3. And then one, I love that they come in little bitty. Oh, thanks, Sally. Thank you. Oh, you girls are so sweet. There we go. All right, girls. Which is your favorite? The elegant one or the sweet butterfly wiper? I hope either way you're able to watch my videos and copy them just like I copied Connie and Rachel. It's so fun. I'm so thankful for technology that we are able to. It would be so difficult for me to read the directions. I think I started talking about that earlier. So difficult for me to, I'm just a visual learner. So when YouTube came along and that just was such a gift to me. It just took me to a whole other level. So enjoy both of these. If you duplicate these and you post one of these cards or a wiper card or a WV fold card in my Facebook group, if you do that between now and next Sunday, I will send you a little present. So please do that. Please go crazy. Thank you. Oh, Sandy, the pink one, the butterfly cut one. Okay, girls, I'm flipping around. Hold on. All right. Oh, my hair. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I love talking on the phone. Have a wonderful week, everyone. God's blessings. Bye-bye.